Now, I've called you here today. Now you listen, just sit down and relax. It's going to be fine. It's a top 10 list. It's okay, we can do it. See, here's the thing, right? I've done this top 10 list because I actually, it is good to update you about, the fragrances that I'm wearing, all that kind of stuff, in a top 10 format, which is coincidentally the exact format that YouTube really, really likes. But the thing is I've got you, right? I've got you here, you're watching. You might be a regular, you might not be a regular, but the thing is that it's complicated, but I've done this top 10 list because I want to talk to you. We haven't talked in a while. With regular reviews and the documentaries that I do, that doesn't pull in the majority of my audience. What pulls in the majority of my audience is bullshit titles like top 10 fragrances that I don't know, I'm literally thinking this on the fly. Top 10 fragrances that I'm really loving right now. I mean, what the fuck does that mean? It means nothing. It's a meaningless title. Maybe I don't maybe I don't what? So I love exactly 10 fragrances right now. Some of them these I don't even love that much. I like them. Some of these I do love, obviously, but I don't love, what even is love?
Love's complicated, man.
I love them. What, like as much as my fucking family? As much as my girlfriend? It's bullshit. But it works. You're here. Evidently it works. In fact, this is what's going to happen. Some of you are going to be like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while, George. George, why don't you make good videos anymore? Why don't you make amazing videos? I've just made 2 freaking documentaries just then, and I climbed up a mountain. But I don't know if the YouTube algorithm liked that or not. So to sort of cover my bases, I've made a YouTube algorithm type. I will do the list. I have to do it now. I've said that I'm going to do it. So I'll do it begrudgingly, but I will do it. But the main reason why I'm doing this, and to get my audience in, which like half of you have turned off by now, so this has completely failed with the watch time, hasn't it? So it's not really worked out. I've played myself here because you have to do the title and you have to do the thumbnail, and I'll do some bullshit thumbnail right now. So that'll work because YouTube will see that and they'll go, oh my fucking god, he's fucking jerks off to fragrances. Oh my god, he loves fragrances. And the world needs to know that, and they'll put that out. I really want you to just kind of hear the bad news and the good news. That's essentially why I've called you here, right? After that, you can literally, I give you permission to stop this video. In fact, no, keep this, I want the watch time, so could you keep the video running, mute it, and then go watch a Michelle video where she'll do a proper top 10 video and she'll actually give a shit about it. Right, okay. Right, I've got some bad news, I've got some good news, let's go for it. The bad news is, I'm a little bit fat at the moment. It's not a joke, I am. Look, I saw myself in that Ben Lomond video. I'm kind of chubby at the moment. And that's okay, I'm going to do something about it. I don't want you to cry about it, I'm going to do something about it. The reason why I'm saying this is because when I quit alcohol for a year, one of the biggest things that really helped was you guys. People would literally message me going, are you still doing the no alcohol thing? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm still doing it. And people would actually message me saying, well, I've had problems with alcohol and I really appreciate you doing this and all that kind of thing. So that was wonderful. It was amazing. It was really supportive. And I felt as though once I told you that I'd quit alcohol, I couldn't get out of it. It was sort of like a trust that you'd put into me and I put into you. And, I felt as though I was, culpable to the crime if I, drank booze again. So for me, what I've realized is, for me, the thing that my Achilles heel is sugar and carbs. And look, I get the whole calories in, calories out thing. Totally get it. But it hasn't really worked for me. The main thing that actually works is sugar and carb intake. The more sugar and carbs I have, the more I balloon out. If I don't eat carbs and sugar, I completely drop. I did this back in 2021, I think, when I had the black hair. I was so skinny. I was really skinny, but, bad habits and all that kind of thing. But, yeah, quitting alcohol for a year really changed my relationship with alcohol, and I feel as though I hardly even drink now. And so I want to do the same with sugar. So from today, which is the day that I'm recording this, which is October 1st, I'm not going to have any sugar or any, straightforward white floury carbs for a year. I'm cutting out basically all carbs, bread, pasta, cake, all that shit, right? And I'm having no sugar, and I'm going to do that. I'm also going to the gym. Going to try and do that for a year. That's going to be a little bit difficult, but I'm going to try and do it. I wanted to tell you because if you feel as though you're having issues with weight and stuff like that, then, I'm here for it. and you can hopefully see me for a year, hopefully transform. And that's what I like to do. I'm going to be doing like a weekly update for my Patreon gang. Love you, Patreon gang. You know how I feel. You're my family, and my extended family. I really, really appreciate it. If you do sign up to Patreon, if you are part of Patreon gang, it's going to be called Center the Gym, which is going to be an update. I'm going to give 52 updates over the year, and you're going to see me hopefully transform my body. So that's the bad news, but it's going to be good news. Okay, so now the good news. I am doing a new feature film. I can't tell you too much about it, but it's happening. It's going to happen. It's not been it's not greenlit, as in we haven't got the money for it. That's what greenlit means, but things are happening. So that's great. So who knows where I'm going to be in a year. It's going to be really cool. In fact, I'm not going to do top 10. I'm not going to do it. I couldn't survive it. I could do top 5. Let's do top. That's more reasonable. It's cool. Top 5. A City on Fire by Imaginary Authors. Really, really enjoying this a lot at the moment. So I've got this new thing actually. Here's a really interesting update. This will make this fun for at least the next 10 minutes. So I've hired this guy called Edwin, and he's my artist, but he's actually an AI. Right, he's an AI generator. It's basically Midjourney, but I pay for it, you know, and I get artwork. So in all of my future videos, whenever I give you a metaphor, I'm going to ask Edwin to make a painting of what I'm describing. So, what does a city on fire smell like to me? Edwin, listen up. So this smells like. To me, it smells like fire. Like there is a fire going on. It's golden hour. In fact, maybe not even golden hour. Maybe twilight. It's sunset. It's very warm. It's like a really, really hot. It's been a really hot summer's day, and you're in an old city street, like an old town, old village. There's a fire started for some reason. Everybody's happy. Everybody looks good. It's very intellectual. People are reading books. I don't know why, but they are. And there's like a fruit market with berries, lots of different type of, you know, like black currants and blueberries and blackberries and all that kind of stuff. And there's a little fruit market, and there's been like an oil spill, maybe not like oil, like maybe a cooking oil or something like that. Maybe like a fruit. Like a fruit oil. Do they exist? Does blackberry oil exist? But there's like an oil on the street as well. Somebody's mopping it up. It's twilight. It's been hot. Everybody's kind of sweaty. You get kind of like a little bit of the BO from everybody. And that's what the city on fire looks like. Edwin, how did I do? What does that look like? In fact, he's given me 4 variations. Here's one. Here's the other. Here's the other. And finally, this one. And hopefully, that is pretty much exactly what City on Fire is to me. The second one is Bois Primitif, and that is by Claudio Zucca. This is the most unique fragrance that I've smelled this year. I'm going to be doing a video on it very soon. Okay, so this is a lot. It's a lot to take in, and I really mean it's the most unique thing. Okay, so this is like a giant piece of toast with raspberry jam put over it. And you've fallen onto it, but there's like bubbles, like soap bubbles, and you can smell the soap from the bubbles, and that's really, really cool. There's a little bit of iris and flowers kind of just bunched up, but they're kind of muted, but it's very dreamy. And so that is Bois Primitif by Claudio Zucca. I'm now starting to realize that this is actually a really freaking good idea for a video, and I've wasted this thing that I'm doing right now on a video that had a really bad introduction where I seemed kind of pissed off about doing it, and now everybody's probably turned off and not watching this part of the video, so I've played myself. Okay, next one is this is Frappant 1270. Went on about this a lot back in 2021. This is fantastic. So what this is to me is it's a nightclub, but it's outdoors. It's like an outdoor nightclub or an outdoor party. People are dancing, and there's pineapples everywhere. There's pineapple art, there's pineapple paintings, pineapple everything. But there's also like vanilla cake with strawberry sorbet on it, and that's being handed round. There's a great vibe, there's a youthful vibe. That's what I get. What do we think? I think that that's pretty much the vibe that I'm getting from this. I'm actually really enjoying this. I'm really you've just seen what Edwin's done, but yeah, I should have made this its own video, shouldn't I? I will probably do a load of videos like this, you know, 10 fragrances I can paint a picture or something like that. But I will be hopefully using Edwin, you know, for a long time. This is another fragrance I've been wearing in the warmer days, Le Beau. I loved Le Beau when it came out. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was miraculous. Lots of people didn't like it. Lots of people brush it aside. You know, it's probably going to get discontinued if I'm not careful, but luckily I have got a big bottle of it. Okay, so this is easy. This is a beach, a tropical beach, in the day, pina coladas everywhere. There is some like dancing music, maybe some, you know, dance music, like some Ibiza, like hardcore dance music being played. But there's also the ocean. And it's beautiful. Coconuts everywhere, everybody's having fun, everybody's happy, and it's just a party. That's what this is to me, with that La Mal DNA, with that sort of lavendery, minty DNA. I think also there's like some people having like vanilla ice cream, you know, but not too many people, and that's the vibe of this. That's what's fantastic about it. So these are the 5 fragrances I've been really enjoying recently, but the biggest one that I've been enjoying is this. Of course, as you know, Tom Ford Noir Extreme Parfum. That is just such good shit. It's like, yeah, like a Victorian Christmas. You've just been to the play. You've just been to the theatre. Everybody's dressed really well. Everybody's dressed, you know, super beautifully. There is like, I don't know, there is something kind of animalic about it. So maybe there's stables. Maybe there's a horse somewhere. Because it smells like, not horse shit exactly, but you know, horses. Does anybody know what horses smell like? Well, it smells like that. Yeah, so like a kind of an animalic horse thing, but there's also the fire and desserts and, you know, chocolate, vanilla, and a real Christmassy vibe. It was a pretty painless top 5 there for you. Really enjoyed it. Because these images are amazing. They're incredible. Really, really beautiful. But, you know, I always wanted to be able to, you know, go out and create them and you know, all that kind of thing. But I don't have the money to be able to do that with every single video. You know, I can't, you know, I can't get some horses and go into a Victorian house and Victorian barn and get everybody dressed up as Victorian, in Victorian clothing and all that kind of stuff and make the image for you. I would love to do that. I'd love to do that every single video. That would be amazing, but I just don't have the budget for that, unfortunately. So, thank you so much, guys. I'm the Fragrance Apprentice, and here's to a year of no sugar. Here's to the next year. It's going to be a pretty boring year for me, but I'll be here talking to you, and that'll make up for it. I'll see you soon. Bye.